Guys, so today I am in my office and I was thinking about a video that I made about 2 weeks ago where I talked about writing an appropriate email and how you can get those questions across, during an email. Because before COVID, you may have been used to asking those questions in person. And today I wanted to talk about how you as a person or as someone who knows someone who has a disability can advocate for themselves via email or via online, especially when we're talking about accommodations. So that may look like someone who is receiving accommodations in college through disability services. That may look like someone who is receiving accommodations through K through 12, through a 504 plan, or through an IEP. Today I'm going to cover how you can make sure that you advocate for yourself by asking for what you need. So what is self-advocacy? Okay, I probably should talk about what that word is first. Self-advocacy is when you incorporate your knowledge, your communication skills to assist you in getting to where you want to go. So to assist you in reaching your overall goal. So that goal in this context would be to inform your professors or your teachers about your accommodations so that you can receive them. What is an accommodation? An accommodation is an adjustment or a modification to a course. So that may look like something as simple as a pencil grip for someone who has a hard time holding a regular skinny pencil. It could be extended or extra test taking time, or it could also be an ebook for someone who needs to see their documents or their books on a tablet or a computer. So when we're talking about accommodations, of course, we know that there are laws there to assist individuals who have a disability. So Section 504, the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, ADA, or the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is the 30th anniversary of that, or it could be IDEA. So there are several different laws depending on where you are. You may be in higher education, you may be in K through 12, you may just be on a job, but there are laws there to assist the disability community, and they're there to level the playing field amongst our non-disabled peers. So how do you ask for these accommodations as a student, whether you're in K through 12 or whether you're in higher education? How do you ask for these accommodations, especially when your courses may be online and you may not be able to meet with your teachers or your professors in person? So the first way to ask for an accommodation, especially if your courses are online, is through an email. Okay, so in that email, and I'm going to drop the link down below for my how to write an appropriate email video that I made a few weeks ago. You want to follow the steps that are in that video, but when we're talking about accommodations, you may need to put some more information in that email. In that email, of course, you want to start out with your name, and then you want to say something like, I am registered with disability services, or if you're in K through 12, you may want to say, I have an IEP or I have a 504 plan, and then you want to list your accommodations. So some people get more accommodations than others because it depends on your disability, but you only want to list the accommodations that you are currently seeking at that time. So maybe you're writing an email about extra time for an assignment. You wouldn't want to list your accommodations that have to do with your ebooks, okay? That doesn't have anything to do with what you're asking for. So you want to say that you're registered with the disability services, or you have an IEP or a 504 plan, and you want to say, I received the following accommodation. You then want to follow up with your question. So maybe your question is that you need your professor to add your extended time. Maybe your question is that you need an extra day to complete your assignment because something came up with your disability. So you want to go in and you want to ask that question, and you want to make sure that you're polite, that you have all of the correct spelling and capitalization. You want to make sure that you're getting your point across as a professional student and as someone who is advocating for themselves. Now, some of you may be wondering, didn't my professor or my teacher already get my accommodations? Why do I need to remind them again? They already got it. And yeah, Yeah, you're right. However, as we know, professors and teachers have a lot of students that they are dealing with, and they get a lot of emails, especially during this time. I'm pretty sure you've been bombarded with a lot of emails. So you don't just want to assume that your professor, went over that entire email that had all of your accommodations listed, because it's a good possibility, especially during this time, that they didn't. So it's always okay for you to give a nice, polite, friendly reminder. It's also really important for you to keep a copy of your accommodation letter or of your 504 or of your IEP, because you want to make sure that you have those documents that are easily accessible to you, especially when you need to ask for accommodations. So sometimes I notice that students don't really know what accommodations that they receive. And you may not remember all of them, but you should know where to go and find them just in case you do forget. So make sure that you keep a hard copy or you save a copy to your desktop, as long as you have it somewhere that it is easily accessible, that if you needed it, you could pull it right up. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. So if you're unsure on how to send an email or what exactly to say, you want to make sure that you reach out to your disability services staff or to your special education teacher and ask them how you can, advocate for yourself by asking whatever question it is that you have. So this is not anything that you have to do alone, but it is good for you to take the first step in making sure that you're advocating for yourself. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you have any other questions regarding accommodations, or if you would like me to make another video with this topic. This is kind of just like a basic overview, but there's a lot to learn about accommodations and how you can advocate for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.